When a young person, I mean, think about your kid, think about the kids in your life, think about the kids that you're going to see around your holiday family table. Get to like around college age, like 16, 17, and then all the way through like probably 24, 25. We have these conversations, questions that typically start with like, so what are you going to do? What's your big plan? What are you doing next? Those are kind of the conversation starters. But then after that, you try to kind of get into conversations. My experience, having worked with that age group for 22 to 23 years, has it typically goes like this. So what do you? This is how I start. So what are you doing next? What's your big plan? College, job? What are you thinking? Military? And then typically, I'd say 9 times out of 10, 8.5 times out of 10, the young person says some version of an answer mixed with, but I don't really know. Which always, I think, for me and any older person, it's an invitation, or it feels like an invitation to give some version of advice. And then you start thinking of the things that you say. Try to imagine the things that you say or are around other people saying. And one of the most common ones has something to do with like, sounds like this. Well, you just find what makes you happy and you'll never work a day in your life. The big idea would be happiness. Try to find something that makes you happy. I've talked about this in previous episodes in some shape or form, but this one is particularly this idea of future mistakes. And so this is addressed to anybody who's trying to guide someone through that discernment season, as well as for somebody who's listening to this. You might just want to press play in the car, because I want to tell you that the research says pursuing happiness will not get you there. It's kind of a sad part of sometimes social scientists get to uncover things that are like, oh my gosh, no way, I didn't know you could do that. And sometimes they're just like a total bummer. And this is one of those situations where the research is a buzzkill. Pursuing happiness doesn't get you there. In fact, positive psychology has proven over different studies in different years that happiness is actually an outcome pursuing other things. If you set out to become happy or experience or feel happiness, the chances go down that you'll experience it or feel it. The chances go up that you'll feel aimless, lost, confused, anxious, like unrequited love, like you're still searching for something. So then the question becomes, for this episode, if it's not happiness that you pursue, what is it? And this simple concept would be this. If you want to be happy, don't pursue your own happiness, but pursue others. Pursue happiness for the sake of others. Consider through a lens, one of the lenses that we look through that could be really helpful for you. And I think it's in many ways kind of like these multiple lenses that we put on as we look and project into the future. That one of them would be that rather than pursue happiness for yourself, what does it look like for you to, for the sake and benefit of others, apply your time, your energy, and your work? The research has shown that the closer that you can tie the work that you're doing, the time that you're spending, the energy that you're outputting, the closer that you can tie that to increasing the well-being of somebody else, the higher the experience that you will feel of well-being, happiness, fulfillment, and satisfaction. It's a super simple concept, but I think when we pull back into these moments and a young person's like, I don't really know what to do, it just is so easy. It's like the lowest hanging shelf, like right at the grocery store, like right here. I don't know all the different kinds of flour, almond flour. So just give me that one, even though a shelf down to the left or a shelf up to the right would have been a much better option. It's just like, it's the easy thing to grab. Just find something that makes you happy. Why? Probably because so many people are unhappy. If you're a young person listening to this, do your own research study. Ask the adults in your life, to what degree did they feel happy? How often? How often did they feel happy? That's a great question. And if they say often, awesome. Listen to them. Listen to the choices that they've made. Listen to the ways they design their lives. and try to emulate in some shape or form. But chances are, in my experience, a lot of the old people who are shelling out the make sure you're happy advice are the very ones who aren't. And chances are, and this is what the research would say, my experience would say, it's the folks that actually pursued something that would fulfill them personally, a career path, something that they're interested in, something that they deemed would make them happy. They pursued it. And that could be something that's internal, like a sense of, I just like sports, so I want to be in sports. Or it might be an external thing, like, I think I'll be happy when I get a house in a gated neighborhood and a country club. Irregardless if it's internal or external, when they got it, they would say that wasn't it. But the folks who can tie and regularly process, meaning reflect on, express gratitude towards, share, and kind of think about the ways in which they spent their time and energy and work today or this week, and it actually benefited somebody else, whether that's face-to-face benefit or downstream benefit, they're the ones who would say, yeah, I'm actually more fulfilled. I experience more joy, more happiness in my life all the time because I'm doing something that makes someone else happy. Your happiness is an outcome of others being happy around you. It's kind of that weird thing. And maybe you're not like this, but when I shop for myself and I make a purchase, I feel emptier. But when I shop for someone else, my wife, my kids, my family members, a friend, and it's a gift, and I give it to them and it's the right thing and they're super touched. I mean, a level of joy, the level of fulfillment that I experience from that compared to the new pair of shoes I got or the new hat I got or the new golf clubs I got is, I don't know, a factor of 10 at least. Simple concept. So as you look towards the future, as you look towards opportunities, where can you do the most good for others? Now, it's not the only lens, but it is a helpful lens that can give you clues to continue to pursue and pay attention to. And no matter what you do, no matter what you end up doing, a regular habit of stepping back to say, in what ways did my work today or this week contribute to someone else's well-being? The more often you reflect on that, express that, writing, talking about it in a team meeting, journaling, the more you do it, the greater sense of satisfaction you will feel. Future mistakes. Number 5, don't pursue happiness. It's an outcome. Pursue happiness for others and you'll get it. Weird. I don't get it. Actually, I kind of do. But that's it. Bye.